Are you done packing?
I wanted to tell Diomede good night before leaving.
Forget the damn horses. The plane leaves in 4 hours, and the meter is running.
So keep it running. You care?
What?
Nothing! I'm coming!
She's coming, she's coming.
I think the chemistry between the two lead actors is really incredible, and their dedications to their roles are very, very apparent and well executed. I think the editing of this film is also really well done, especially the parts of her trying to break out of the room cut with his transition into a monster. That was like really, yeah, I just felt like the stakes were very raised in that moment. I also think like the undertone of comedy throughout the film makes it a little bit easier to grapple with all the tension that we're figuring out or like that we're experiencing. Like her lines of "oh, like he's an animal" are kind of funny as they foreshadow like this disastrous ending and what the heck is going to happen. And I also think like so are the lines from the taxi driver as well, which just give the film a little bit of room to breathe through all of the emotional intensity. So overall, I think this had a lot of really great elements. It was thrilling and it was humorous.
I think you do a really great job of building the tension. And I also think you have a really great balance of that tension with like a comedic release. I think it was written very well. I think it was very clever. And it wasn't incredibly in your face. Like it seemed very well balanced, and it kept the audience engaged while not completely turning them away. I think there were some really great moments in this. I think there were some really great shots. I think the transitions and pacing were really good, and it came out to be a really great thriller and a very well-rounded piece.
It felt like a feature film, the way it was shot and the way the quality came across. The stylistic choices from the director and the crew were really remarkable. It makes for a great thriller short film with plenty of suspense. I thought I enjoyed the sound effects that they created, especially when the character would throw like a bag on the floor, and the loud bang that it would create was really remarkable. Premise makes up for everything because it's so suspenseful and it keeps you on your edge as to find out what is really happening, especially when the creature is introduced, when the husband turns into the creature, and then when the wife is eventually attacked by the end, and the sound effects and the slow motion that comes across when she's running away from the creature, and the choice of song that is, it just builds to the suspense, and it creates such a suspenseful short film that it just keeps you on the edge of your toes and you just want to know what happens next.
The cinematography overall was super beautiful, and they did a great job at like location scouting. The overall like production design was very beautiful, and it also just had a very impressive scale. Like you could see that there was solid production value in this film. And the shots in general, everything with the cinematography was like really beautiful. I also thought that they did a really good job with surprising the viewer with music choices. So I felt like the music that they used worked really well in the scenes, and especially their choices to take out sound at certain moments and only use music. I thought that those were really smart choices, and they also did a good job at successfully building suspense at the end.
The thing that makes this short film outstanding is the transition from a mundane situation between a husband and a woman and a wife in a fight into a horrifying moment of a werewolf at the end. And I feel like the cinematography is very stylized, especially at the end, to help amplifying the horror and the terror of being in a couple nowadays. Apart from that, the tense moments of the short film at the start helps shape the short films for the horror like in a very good way, because we can see they're fighting, they are against with each other with tense emotions.
Definitely very interesting there, very violent and gory ending. But yeah, everything, yeah, like it was nicely shot. Like I said, very atmospheric. It looked great. It had a great location. And the actors did a nice job. So yeah, wondering, what the origins of this monsters are and what else can happen with this guy. So I'm wondering if this is perhaps part of a series or what.
Story's really quite good, and the music really complements it. It's really, really good with the score and the lighting and the tones and all that. And it's really an unexpected twist, which is not an affair. He's some type of creature.